craft world. You have been to Ceres Magnus, and your main characters are currently in orbit around Ceres Magnus. Your Inquisitor is repairing the ship and getting you ready to depart for Rund. Rund is a lush world covered in an atmosphere, a thick atmosphere that is quite hazardous to drive through. Various metal that has been broken up from the destruction of the cities. When you arrived with your ship, your Imperial Guardsman that we are playing right now, you would have seen this bright golden mist covering this metallic atmosphere. The trees are gigantic, almost like jungles that have been growing 100 times taller. Everything is mutated since the world was terraformed. There are forests made entirely of root formations, trees shaped like mushrooms, rivers of glowing green water, which is the host of giant reptilian beasts, and a plethora of unique birds and insects. So basically imagine like Jurassic Park, just big animals everywhere that you haven't seen before. And some of the trees even grew 100 meters tall, with branches that form these impenetrable walls of fungi. And in your records on your base, you would read about unusual geological events, such as the rapid mutation of local species and shifting of tectonic plates. It led to a North Pole that is filled with toxic water and a South Pole with dense vegetation. There are also mentions of unusual minerals growing within the veins in the ground that seem to feed off of the flora of the world. The locals use these to make jewelry. The local tribal population varies from highly attractive and athletic humans who seem even less mutated than you, to cat-like abhumans climbing the trees like animals and living as these dirt-covered half-beasts in impenetrable forests. The briefing was given to you, and it basically states that you're on your way to intercepting a gathering of sector navigators and traders, which is going to, according to your Inquisitor, launch the final assault on Askellon 1 to find out what that world is and to discover the truth. But before that, you're looking for the ancient records buried on Rund. The planet of Rund used to be an industrial world, and it was sort of swallowed up by the pandemonium and then spat out about 100 years later. During that time, thousands of years of time has passed for the people living there. The cities have grown over, forests, whatever there was left of forest, has swallowed everything of metal, and the cities are deep underground. The people have reverted to tribal societies, believing in superstition, and the ecosystem seems to have developed a hive-like mind which protects itself from outside threats. There are also warp storms occasionally surrounding the surface of the world, but the inside is unusually clear of this warp presence. Some of the less blasphemous and illiterate tribals have been helping you on the station, drawing maps and trying to map out the world for the Imperium so you can slowly recapture it. The locals recently told the Administratum sources of ancient texts in their cities. Some of them contain the original transcripts from the settlers, which will be invaluable to your further investigation. Your Inquisitor wants you to carefully extract and find any information you can on your way to Askellon 1. So you're stopping here on your way there. That is why you're doing this mission. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, checking into the data logs, do I see any reports specifying for the local indigenous life, whether they are herbivores, carnivores?
Most of the wildlife is carnivorous. It is a cannibalistic cycle of all of the plants essentially living on this mutated life that grows insanely quickly. It is as if someone compared to terraformed worlds you've heard about just put this hyper speed on evolution. Everything grows faster. As soon as you burn down a forest, it grows back a few months later. Animals are just teeming everywhere. There's bird life everywhere, and so the even some of the trees are carnivorous. Of course, there's plenty of plant-eating animals as well. And the locals have actually helped you point out some animals that are edible. This is your character, James, wondering this, or is it your Imperial Guardsman?
It is Captain Morpheus wondering.
Okay. Captain Morpheus would have had time to read what there is on the station. So I'm gonna give you hold on. I'm gonna give you a survival test, -20. Everyone can do this, by the way. So we're turning back time a little bit to when you were on the station.
Ooh, 3 degrees of success.
And the rest of it. Okay. So there is there are a lot of animals that are poisonous. Gorgondite, arachnids, Enanir, various snakes. The thing that you read specifically is about Gorgondite teeth and Enanir spikes. The Gorgondite causes fits of hysterics, blindness or deafness over time. Permanent blindness and deafness. They are extractable, so you could extract the poison and use it on impact. Enanir spikes over time causes the person to go insane. At first contact with the poison, the person believes he is invulnerable. So you basically get an acid trip where you believe that you're invulnerable, and then soon after, your reality just starts to crumble. There are also bodies of water that you read about and try to map as good as you can. So I'm going to give you a bonus to try to find that.
Nice.
So you are currently on your way to the Hom tribe. The arch-confessor on your station has told you that the creatures in here have attacked many of your brethren, and you are going here to basically enact revenge for an attack they did on a camping unit an exploratory unit where they killed everyone. And if you can, you are to extract any hostages back to the base.
So, who do we have going in with us?
It's just you.
Okay.
Small unit tactics.
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be
Small
tough.
Well, I was just curious to see whether or not we were gonna have backup or not. Because if we were, I was gonna be like, we just showed them up.
Yeah.
But you guys ready?
Yeah. I'm just waiting when to be told to get in character.
I'm currently looking for the place. Where are we? Alright, so you are currently in a couple of jeeps. Tracked vehicles to be precise. You are parked looking up this mountain.
Oh. The child.
Well, that doesn't look like it could be an ambush alley at all.
Yes, yes. You're looking up the mountainside. There is a green, luscious forest around you, kind of like, jungle-like, like I said. Birds flying around, small reptiles crawling on the ground. As you look up the mountainside, you see your target. It is, you can see the ceiling of some kind of structure that was painted dark orange, surrounding a cavern. It matches the place on your map. You're currently in the vehicles looking up the mountain, and that's where we can begin.
So, who wants to go first? Okay, I volunteer myself. So, as the jeep doors open, you would see this very small individual, 1.5 meters tall, clad in a suit that seems to be designed to maintain its operator in the most harshest conditions. You would see this being, since his face is obfuscated by his highly advanced eyewear as well as a respiratory unit attached to the helmet that obfuscate his face. You'd see him from time to time either gesticulating at random or playing with a deck of cards in his hands for no apparent reason. Those who have served with him before would understand that there is some reason, not always, to his random actions. However, Austral would scan his surroundings, noticing the cave, saying, "Ah, yes, those pesky mutants have founded their nest here. Joyous, joyous day for retribution."
Awesome. And what does your character look like? Or did you already say it?
Well, underneath the mask, you would see very pale, very pale-looking, older-looking human, much older than he actually is. His eyes are also almost everything about him is um, has no coloration at all. There's only white, and sometimes on some parts of his skin you can even see what's underneath it. Possibly a result of a disease, a mutation, or just being a psyker. And I did give some description about his uniform and stuff.
The rest of you?
Okay, well, as Private Isant gets out of the vehicle, slowly turns around, checks his surroundings, and takes his las gun out of the vehicle as well, you'll actually see that he is obviously a Katachan from the bandana that he's actually wearing over underneath the helmet that he currently has. He has obviously tattoos all down his arms, is basically just wearing the body armor of an Imperial Guardsman on the top half, with obviously combat trousers and boots on the bottom. You'll notice that he has a pistol on his side and a plethora of just stuff. Like, you can see a gas mask, you can see night vision goggles, there's grenades. You know, he's basically just tooled up to the nines for as many different circumstances as possible. And on the back is a chainsword. He is quite tanned and, yeah, doesn't seem to be too bothered about his surroundings. Almost like it's a wee bit of home. And that's him.
James. Brad. You're muted. Brad, you're muted.
Yeah, you have your microphone muted in case you want to say something.
Alright. Well, he's gonna step out of the vehicle. There are only three
Sorry.
of you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, my screen, well, my computer just did something, I don't know. But you see a man step out of the Jeep, and you see a big fat cigar in his mouth that he's biting down to chew onto, and he sparks it up with an old school lighter. And on this lighter, you see one of those beautiful, bodacious women that you would see painted on the B-42s from the 1940s, from World War II. You'd see one of those bodacious women painted on the side of it. But you'd see this man spark up this fat cigar and take a few deep drags as he previews the scene and the other members of his warband around him.
As you go to light the lighter, a gust of wind kicks up sand around you, and you're just standing in the sandstorm, flicking the lighter a couple of times, and just the wind keeps extinguishing the fire every time. Do you just keep going?
Now I move my left hand up to cover in front of the cigar as I try to light it.
It works. Your cigar finally goes off.
I take 2 deep inhales, and as the others look towards me, they see me fully covered in carapace armor, inscribed with holy scripture. And they see where normal carapace armor would be lightly covered at the joints, my suit of armor is a lot more armored, per se.
Nice.
And it's got very detailed inscription running all along it. And on my little backpack power-mounted supply, there is an artifact mounted. But I can't remember what the description for it is, but it's the Brazier of Saint Roberto.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Is that an actual item you have, or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
basically
Ooh. Can you remind me what it does again?
it gives you plus 30 command when lighten up. It takes a half action to light it up. Gives you minus 30 stealth, and if you fall on your ass, you are set on fire.
But you can also throw it on something and set it on fire.
No, it's attached to you.
Ah, okay. So, do you walk up the mountain?
Yeah, I walk up the mountain and I look back to the other two and I ask them, in which way exactly do we need to go?
You see the way straight up, and there are you pull up the map, and there is essentially any direction you can attack this from. You can attack it from the east or west, the north or the south. From the south, you can drive almost all the way up, but they are on the high ground, so they will be looking down on where you're coming, if anyone were to be there. From the north, you just have a bunch of mountains and a tight forest, all the way up to the actual cave. On the east and west, there are little it seems like there are lagoons and very thick vegetation, probably a lot of wildlife.
Do we have a vantage point where we can look down on
The
the
map is
encampment?
not detailed enough to show you, unfortunately. You would need some kind of external eye that could see from above.
Thick the vegetation is. This is quite the hostile planet. As he turns around, noticing Captain Morpheus, you'd see this small thing approaching you, Morpheus, saying, "That stuff you're chewing on will kill you."
Nice.
Not only that, it will alert them to our presence.
Yeah, Captain Morpheus just looks over, keeps taking some deep inhales. We all gotta die someday.
Isn't it? Izanta's going to go back to studying the map. But, going to go back to studying the map, but you can see what he called that he is favouring the north approach.
What about those woodlands he was talking about?
The woodlands infested with the local fauna. It will be quite a perilous journey.
Nice.
Do you think we could rush the gate with the jeep?
I believe that we
Could, but after you.
Actually, does the terrain, if we were to use the route in which we can use the jeep, does the terrain look difficult?
Not really. It seems like someone has been driving here before.
But obviously they'll be having guards. So the road does seem like a favorable approach. However, I doubt that even these creatures would have not placed watchtowers or guards around them.
Yeah, if I may, I think we come in from the north. There's hills, give us a good vantage point so we can actually sort of map out what we're looking at, and then come in quietly through the forest. All the other areas seem to be teeming with wildlife, which, let's face it, if we're going through it, it'll probably spook them and will give our position away. But, Captain, final decision's yours.
I like that proposal. We'll go with that.
Okay, well, with that, I will snap away the I've got the name of the word, map, and start moving that direction.
And which way? North, east, south? Where are you taking?
So that we can attack from the north.
Attacking from the north, okay.
So that we can attack from the north.
You're gonna go deep into the jungle at that point. As you walk further in, you start to step over this deep vegetation that grows around you, almost like it's enveloping you. It grows further and further in. Flies start to land on you, small critters crawling on your boots. As you look down, you squash them under your feet, but they just keep coming.
I put my helmet on and put out my cigar.
Inside the helmet, you're gonna see, or it's not a visor probably.
Oh no, it's a fully enclosed helmet.
Okay. The helmet is quickly gonna fill with smoke.
Wait, did you put your helmet on while you still had the cigar?
No. I put my cigar out.
Oh, okay. As you walk up the mountain, you can hear your footsteps squishing into mud. And as you get even further up, you see the mountain through the trees before it quickly disappears. I want you to do a navigate surface minus 10.
It's gonna be a flat. Success with 3.
Success with 2.
Nice. Then you can all do 2 survival tests modified by your navigate degrees of success or failure.
So each of us need 2.
Sorry, 1. Each of you do 1.
Okay.
1 survival test modified by your degrees of success or failure on the navigate
Wow.
surface.
So that would make flat? Would that be flat?
If you succeed, you succeed. If you fail, you need to let me know.
Okay, I failed.
How many degrees?
I succeeded.
I failed by -2.
James not only eats his... do any of you have trail rations with you? Food?
Yeah.
Okay. James...
Succeed with 1.
James eats his
Yes.
rations, but the warmth and the sweat and the perforation is too much wearing your heavy armor. You need to drink more water, James. Luckily for you, Stefan, you find a small body of water. It is slightly greenish in its tint. Would you like to try to drink it?
Do I, from my survivor roll, do I identify it as being poisonous or not?
You can do a survival test minus 20.
Actually, let me check if I have something that can help me with that. Would Scholastic Lore Fauna help
Can I
me in
assist?
any way?
Because I passed.
Dustin succeeded.
Nice. The water is...
Yeah, sorry, can I assist him?
yeah, you might need... if you're not healthy and drink this water, you're gonna be sick. But if your immune system is good, you should be fine.
We both Ostral and what was your character's name, Dustin? Because you haven't changed your roll 20.
Isn't.
Both Austral and Isn't are looking at this body of water and saying, Captain, these liquids should prove satisfying to your needs. It's fairly safe unless you have immunocompromised effects.
I look over to the body of water, and I greedily lap it up into my mouth.
As you slurp in the water, I need to do a
And as he's doing
toughness,
that, I'm gonna turn around to,
toughness tests at +10.
and I'm gonna turn to. I was just gonna turn to Oscar and say, and if it does give it an upset stomach, at least it'll be funny to see how he
You
does
know,
it with
I'm
that
going
suit
to
armor. Quietly, so he can't hear it.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
spend
plus
a
20, plus 20 toughness test.
Oh. Okay. Let's roll the marbles. Okay. 6 degrees of success.
Ooh, nice. Okay, it tastes a little funny, but you drink as much as you can, and when you feel sated, you continue away from the divergence. As you walk further in, you see under some vines and trees a nice place to make a permanent temporary camp. Do you do that?
I look to Oscar.
You can barely see the top of the
Oscar.
temple.
I look over to Oscar and I ask him what he thinks about it. What does he think about this area?
Does the area actually seem removed from any predators or any?
Yeah. It's not a plateau.
Okay. The ground seems suitable for a small forward operating base for us, but I'm not a tactician. I cannot vouch for its safety where we be attached.
Morpheus nods his head and looks over to
Okay.
Private Miska. So,
Hey?
did Oscar make it known that he's a psyker?
Yeah, you would know. It,
Okay. Can you do like some type of divination thing on the area?
No, I do not have divination, and it doesn't work like that.
What about pre-science, the presidents? Can you like make fill out an area like?
Once again, it doesn't work like that. And no, I do
Come
not
on,
have
man,
it.
give me something.
Hey, listen, somebody needs to get some lores, okay? I got both beast and nature. Somebody needs some scholastic lore, Tactica Imperialis. However, I would, Ostral, if we decide to stay here, Ostral will attempt to make from either dead leaves or the pieces of rope that he has in equipment alarms should they be triggered.
So my dumbass didn't put down all my weapons.
Fuck.
And I'm looking for the stats for the hot shot last pistol, and I cannot find it.
However, any test to see if we can create any defenses or alarms, such as I'm thinking like because we will be staying here, so we will eat. Do we have like the typical canned food, which we can also use as a makeshift noisemakers?
Well, I failed that roll, so I would say everyone roll Imperial Guard or War or something. Honestly, something.
Alright, okay, let's look. Jeez, am I gonna pass something today?
Damn, dude. Ostrar would volunteer to stay the entire night up and watch over after he makes a ritual to enhance his ability to perceive his surroundings.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
Mm, yeah, Isant is kind of. Yeah, like listen, you find yourself getting tired, anything like that, give me a dunt.
Fear not.
Says you can't stay up all night.
No, little man. If you only knew how many days I spent without sleeping. I find it being awake much less scarier than being unconscious.
Be that as it may, we're potentially heading into a firefight where we're massively outgunned, and you're our force modifier, so bear it in mind.
Of course, of course. Rest easy.
Bruh, I hope no one likes. Oh my gosh, man. I can only shoot 20 meters. We're so fucked.
Jesus Christ, really? That's your short range?
Well, let me see what the other last gun, the other last pistol has. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Anyway, I'm gonna roll for upside power. Here we go, lads. Here we go. I'm gonna roll for word perception. Nice.
Okay, well, whenever you come out of your little trance, you'll actually see a ration pack and water in front of you.
He will. Are you gonna look at him as he does that?
No, I basically what he called just dropped it down in front of you whenever you started and walked off. Because, well, you don't want to be around warpy things whenever warpy things are happening.
Eventually, after his small gestures and prayers are done, the cards laid in front of him would rise up as they are beginning to burn without making any smoke. Soon his eyes would open, becoming black spheres lodged into his skull, which soon leave said skull floating around the camp. As they would, if someone were to look at Ostarl as he is without his visor, he would see that his eyes are indeed missing.
Well, I'm glad I'm over here.
Fuck this shit, I am messing with them witches.
I like you, man, but
Listen.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, at least we have a natural senses. Well, I have a natural senses for 40 meters, as well as can see farther should it come in.
Okay.
And
So
should
I bed down
yeah,
for the night?
Yeah, you guys can sleep. If I ever get tired, I'm just gonna cast Invigorate on me. Or is Morten here?
Okay, so
No, he is not.
No. But yeah, I'm thinking that I have pretty high awareness, and I don't wanna, hopefully, not get any penalties for you guys, getting shifts in.
Alright, I'm back.
Ah.
Alright. One second.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm finding it hard to believe that my Katachan actually made it off Katachan.
Hey man,
At the moment, I'm finding it doubtful.
everyone has shitty rolls from time to time.
But 1, 2, 3 in a row.
Alright, it's actually kind of crazy. He has never been this complicated. He usually needs food every 2 hours or 3 hours. Now he's needed food 3 times in 1 hour. So, I don't know
He
what's going on.
knows.
Okay, let's go.
So we decided to make camp here. I've rolled for work perception, as I will stay guard the entire night, or the entire time they need to rest.
Awesome.
Any other rolls to make the place more secure, should it come to?
If you have any equipment to make traps, you can do that.
I do have rope, because I decided to buy rope, because, D&D inspiration.
With
Can someone?
with
Can
fiber
someone-
from the rope, you can make a trap.
I'm thinking
So-
that, do we have canned food, with us?
If you have trail rations, you do.
Yeah, I would, if we ate, actually,
Well, there we go. We have 2 because I gave you 1. I've had mine, so that's food and water. So we have 2 of them.
and I ate 1 also, and Morpheus, I presume you already ate yours. So we have 3 cans at most, and I would place them around the camp.
Nice. And then make a little trap.
As much as I'm loath to say, I have grenades as well.
No.
I have 8 grenades as well.
Austral will be like, easy. We don't need to blow things out of proportion.
I also pull out stun and smoke grenades.
Let's leave it to the operation that will come.
Which grenade do you use, James? Alright, Cleo. Morpheus, Captain Morpheus.
I'm just going. Captain Morpheus is gonna go back to sleep.
Alright. After a short nap, you wake up and
I'm
you
gonna
see...
go back to sleep as well.
Yeah. After a short nap, the sun is up. You look down over the top of the overgrown forests. There are vines hanging all the way down, and a deep, luscious jungle leading down to the top of the cavern. How do you want to approach? By the way, at this point you're sweating. There's just water inside your uniforms running down your shoes.
Environmental suit has air conditioning, and my sweat becomes water to drink.
Nice. You have an environmental suit. That's very useful.
How the fuck would you not go to Vietnam with one of those?
Exactly. So you're actually gonna be fine on time. The rest of you, however, need to do a survival test. Brad and
I'm gonna assist the one with the lower survival. Which I think it will be Morpheus.
Oof.
Any modifier?
Even with
Or?
an assist, I can't
I'll
help you
always
with
let you
that,
know if
dude.
there's a modifier. You don't have to ask.
Oh yeah, sorry, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend
5 points of success.
I'm gonna spend a fate point to reroll my survival.
Do it with a +10 just so Scarlet is assisting you. Such as
Okay.
in motivating you to go further or channeling that you don't. Is this how the Strala Progenium has done?
-1 degree of success.
You hear a rumble in your stomach, and you're desperate for water. You get some from the others, but it's not enough. You need like 5 liters of water per day, and you're not getting close to that. So you're starting to struggle a little bit, but so far it is just a feeling of thirst.
I look to the others and I say, "Just get me to the village real quickly. I'll kill everyone there for water."
You walk down this hazardous path, and looking down, you see 2 guards about 300 meters away. You're on a cliff. It's almost like it's sticking out from the mountain. On that cliff, just walking out to it, you can barely see around the side of the cavern, 300 meters down. 2 guards. They are wearing spare and black fur coats. The black fur seems to be from some kind of bird. Do any of you have binoculars?
Yes, I
Yes.
You both pull out your binoculars, look down. They have white paint around their eyes. Their eyes are blackened, almost as if possessed. They're hunched over slightly. Ribs are exposed on the skin. They have bare upper bodies, slightly hunched over, and it is almost as if their knees are bending backwards. They're walking back and forth with their spears, occasionally looking at each other, but never sitting down.
Vile mutants.
Isant is going to ask Askellon if he could borrow his binoculars and have a look.
You would see that as soon as he takes the monitors from his eye sockets, you'd see these 2 black orbs going back into the skies and then giving you said apparatus.
And with a shiver down his spine, he takes them, observes what's actually happening, and turns to Captain Morpheus and says, "If you can handle it, do you want to wait here till night?" They seem to actually sort of have the same sort of optics as we do, or else they would have some sort of covering over their face. So if we go down at night with night vision, we should be able to hit them hard.
Captain Morpheus just looks over at Private Istin.
Isant.
Private Isant. And looks back into the Magnicolors at the 2 warriors. Does Captain Morpheus see water bottles or canteens on these warriors?
No, unfortunately.
Does Captain Morpheus understand the local dialogue and language?
All of you would have picked up basic words and phrases, but you cannot hold a conversation.
Captain Morpheus stands up, hands his Magnicolors to Private Istan. Isant. Looks to
Not that
Oscar.
he's correct and a superior officer, obviously.
No, I understand. Looks to Oscar and says, "Distract them," as he pulls his chainsword out. This is about to get bloody. And Captain Morpheus begins making his way down towards those 2, quietly.
Nice.
There is some point to his rash action. Remember, Private, these are the mutants that have the same traits as the felinids, there is most likely that they have night vision incorporated in their physiology. A night attack would only prove detrimental to ourselves.
Nice, you get an inspiration point. What's going on?
Captain Morpheus just looks back at Oscar, all jaw almost dropping, and just gives a real good head nod, like, good job. And then head continues his way back down.
His approval makes me kill myself.
So, Isant will give him, Oscar a slap in the back and what he called take out his las gun off his shoulder and follow Captain Morpheus down.
Seeing
At a slower pace
seeing
so that he can get a better
Private Isant pulling out his last rifle, Captain Morpheus is going to turn around and pull out his short sword and present it to Private Isant. We need to do this quietly. And then sneezes.
Nice.
Then Captain Morpheus turns back around. No, sure. Yeah, then use that. As Captain Morpheus lifts his chainsword. Chainswords for the win. Let's get down there. Slaughter them.
As we make our way down, as per Captain's orders, Ostral will use a lighter that he has and use manipulate flame to create a small fire using some leaves. Is it possible? Hopefully attracting the attention of
It
the
is possible.
mutants.
You light it and create a fire.
Then he would get the fuck away. Back to a designated point that we have agreed to rendezvous.
Yes. As you get away, the fire starts to spread, and then quickly goes out as it starts to drizzle and rain. The rain is quite mild at first, and it seems local. It's just dripping up around you. And then suddenly it starts pouring down. You are
Yes.
covered in rain.
I look to Oscar and I ask, the brazier will lighten the rain, won't it? It's holy fire.
And the fuel used in the brazier will guarantee its use. However, it will deteriorate it greatly. Its fuel consumption will increase. Shouldn't you know this already since you're a user of such ancient device?
Well, the Inquisitor told me I should take this and attach it. He also had this inscriptional devotional scripture written on my armor. These were his decisions, not mine.
And the Nostral just snorts and spits on the ground. Only fools clad themselves in holy items, thinking that they will protect them against the unholy abominations. Somewhere in the distance, Stefan sneezes.
Captain Morpheus nods his head, but continues on and says, maybe if I'm able to light the brazier, I can terrify these fucking foul mutants into a crazy fever, maybe, or scare the wits out of them, and we could easily slaughter them.
You may try.
To which point, Isant will put his hand on his shoulder and say, "It's heavily raining." Says the rain hitting the foliage will cover our advance. If we keep it slow and quiet, we can take these two together.
How loud is the rain coming down?
Quite loud. It would obfuscate any regular movement. You'd have to really make a lot of noise to be heard.
What about the gunning of a chainsword to chop someone's head off
You would
or
hear
chop
that
someone
shit.
in half?
You would hear that shit miles away.
Okay, what about point blank last pistol shot?
Gonna.
If you muffle it, have some clothes around it, and literally point it at his chest, people might wonder whether it's a tree falling down, but you would still be able to hear the crack.
Okay.
But Captain, you don't have to gun the chainsword. You can just hit it and then pull and slice. Okay,
Good.
it's not as effective, but
Yeah,
Hit
it
the
would lose
neck,
its rending
pull,
quality,
slice.
essentially.
Okay.
Or
Since
sorry,
you
it's,
have a,
tearing quality.
I look at Private Essent, and since he has a chainsword already, I'm gonna holster my chainsword back onto my back and pull out my short sword, and go ahead and get ready to use that. I look back. Is Askellon like in the middle of making that fire, or did the rain just fully extinguish
The
that?
rain has extinguished it at this point. However, the smoke starts to rise, and the two guards turn around. One of them holds his hand on the shoulder of the other one. You can barely, like through the foliage and vines, looking up, you can barely see them through the silhouette of the sun, glistening through in the distance. You can see one of them holding his lanky, long arm on the shoulder of the other, and the other one sort of slides away from him and then disappears down into the foliage towards your location.
I look to Ozcarl and Essent, and I say, take care of this one that is descending. And I guess I would try to move around in a way to where I would bypass the guy coming down and move up to meet the one that's still standing at the top.
Stealth plus 20.
Okay. Success. 1 degree of success.
Success.
Sorry, 1 second, my microphone literally dropped to the floor. Okay, so you are going to sneak your way around the guy coming down into the jungle. You are successfully up to the side of the temple. By the time you sort of grab it or hold on to it, you can see these rooms going in sort of rectangular shapes, up and down and up and down, almost like Greek runes surrounding the side of the temple entrance. They are tan in color, and they go all around it. As you slither your way up, you see the guard with his back turned towards you. At this point, you're gonna hear this other warrior moving towards the fire.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly move up, and I'm gonna hit him with a grapple initially to try and stifle any type of scream from him by grabbing over his mouth, wrapping my other arm around his throat, and literally pulling him back and down onto the ground, wrapping my legs around his torso, and then tightening while constricting his throat.
When you are about, I did a passive check for you and a awareness test for him. While you are about 2 meters away, he's gonna very quickly turn around, roll for initiative.
You didn't want me to re-stealth or anything?
Nope.
Okay,
Your stealth
okay.
still counts.
Okay. Where's my... Can you drop my token on the map?
Your test succeeded, but he also gets a test.
Oh yeah, can you put my token on the map so I can roll the initiative?
Yeah, I think you can do it, but there you go.
11. Yeah.
Alright. Captain Morpheus, the creature, the mutant in front of you, quickly turns around, and you can hear him gargle, "Lucas!" as he grabs his spear and is going to attempt to attack you.
Okay. So he's gonna attack me? I'm gonna parry it.
Do it.
Any modifiers?
So this is a success, and he's going to do a swift attack on you.
I got a parry with 5 degrees of success.
Oh yeah, 6 blocks. Nice.
And I got counterattack, so on a successful parry, I just do a -20 weapon skill test for a free hit.
Yeah.
I believe
that
that's
is
how that
a-
goes.
That is a very successful hit. 4 degrees, however, you parry most of the jabs. So he's like holding it down by his hip, holding it like you would carry a log. Both hands sort of grabbing the spear, thrusting it again and again at you repeatedly. And you dodge all of them, sort of pulling the weapon aside. And it is your turn.
Do I get my counterattack though?
He is too far away. He has a reach weapon. You
Oh,
have to step
fuck.
in.
Yeah, but I parried him, so I would have to step in to parry all that, wouldn't I?
No,
No.
he can reach.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna hit him in return with a swift attack.
So you run forward and try to stab him.
Yep.
So,
Okay, I got 2 degrees of success, so I hit him twice unless he dodges.
He's gonna dodge. Ooh, he's actually gonna check his sheet real quickly. It's gonna be It's gonna be 2 degrees of success on his dodge. So he's gonna dodge 2 of your attacks.
Okay, well, that is what it is then.
So you try to slice him. When you do, you notice that he's unusually agile. He jumps away from one, and then you try to stab him again, and he just jumps away again. You see him sort of grinning and a fire in his eyes as he takes a step back out of your range with you can then do an attack of opportunity on him.
Let me see what I have. So I have ambidextrous. That'll allow me to hold 2 weapons in my hands, correct?
He's stepping away. You need to do an attack.
Okay, I'm gonna step forward and hit him.
I'm gonna dodge again because he has step aside.
oh boy.
That is a fail.
Ooh, he gets hit 5 fucking times. And he takes all 5 hits because I got a 5 modifier on my weapon skill. So let me do them hits. Okay, so as he goes to try and flee from me, I guess he has a misstep and stumbles a little bit, and I just pelt into him. Over
Both of
and
your
over
swords
again.
start stabbing into his chest repeatedly. Yeah, that's gonna do it. He finally just keels over as you stab through his throat and into his skull. You see the back of his skull puncture. For a while, your sword is too heavy, and even though you're holding it up in a 45-degree angle, the sword sort of follows him down, almost like holding onto a lever that's attached to a car that's tipping over. You just have to follow it with your sword. Do you let go, or do you try to hold on?
I let go of the sword, and as I do, I go to draw my chainsword and my hotshot last pistol at the same time.
Yeah. Your sword is jabbed into his skull, and you just hear this pouring of blood as he falls backwards lifeless. Your sword is sticking up like Arthur's sword in stone. The rest of you, at the same time, you see this guy sneaking through the forest. What do you do?
Oscar will give us time for Private Isant to do his thing.
Okay, so I will try to sneak up on the person.
Have you already done it, so stealth test? If not, you can do a new one.
I have not yet.
I have not yet.
Another failure.
With the plus 20.
With the plus 20, it's plus 1. It's 1 degree
Okay,
success,
so
right?
Duskin, you sneak your way up to him. You're right behind him. You get environmental bonuses because of the rain. Yeah, you're right behind him, and I'm going to do an awareness test to see if he can spot you. He senses you when you're about a meter away, but I'm going to let you do one surprise attack on him.
Okay, I shall swipe at him with my chainsword.
And I will make him hallucinate.
Ooh, nice. From a distance, you target him. He's gonna fail his willpower.
Failure with 3 addition. With 3.
Alright. He's alerted to your presence. He turns around and he's gonna attack you. Do you want to dodge?
Oh yes, very much so. No, I will. Hold on, I will actually parry.
The weapon he's holding, you're quite familiar with weapons. This is actually not a spear per se. It's more like a stake. A stake made of metal, it seems like, actually. He's going to stab it repeatedly towards you. Just and you're gonna dodge or parry, sorry.
Would you like to fate point that, my dude?
I am going to use a fate point. So I am to reroll that because I have failed every single roll.
Rain is pouring down around you. Your eyes are drenched. Your uniform is drenched. And you're lucky that he's stationary because you wouldn't be able to move that quickly. He seems to be quite quick down here.
7 degrees of success.
Right.
Success with 7 addition.
Then I actually need to see how much I got. Because I got a lot as well. What is the modifier for a lightning attack?
It's minus. It's like full automatic.
Yeah.
So minus 10.
I think yeah, I think you're right. It says minus 10 and then it's
Because I know Swift is it's flat.
Yeah, swift attack's flat, lightning's minus 10.
Got it. And he's actually not gonna hit enough times. So his stake is gonna like hit a tree a couple of times, hit your armor, but just slide off the side of your armor. And it is your turn again.
I suppose I'm gonna try that once again. And success with 2 this time.
Nice. He's gonna do that. That's gonna succeed. So he's gonna do your 2 attacks. Do you want to do anything else? I mean, Tavi.
No, I want him to roll a 1d10 to see what he hallucinates about.
That's a 1.
The character drops to the floor, flailing and screaming as he tries to claw off imaginary insects forming on his skin. The character gains prone and stun condition.
You're gonna hear him sort of squealing and going crawling and clawing at his skin, looking up at you, Duskin. You see this helpless warrior. Rain is dripping on his chest and a small puddle has formed in a cavity on his middle of his chest. You can see the water droplets hitting it. Peace out.
So I'm gonna finish him off.
Stefan will come towards him very slowly with his knife, going, "We offer you this sacrifice, Lord Emperor."
Epic. Yeah,
Duskin's
how do you
gonna
want to
take a
kill him?
step back and let the creepy man cut his throat.
How do you want to kill this man?
Not Duskin, Islam.
Well, I repeatedly, unskillfully stabs to his chest as he just
This
keeps
looks like-
flailing.
Yeah, it looks like this, like a failed attempt to kill him. You like stab several branches, and it's almost like you're picking up leaves in a park, or picking up garbage in a park, where like your weapon starts to fill up with leaves, and there's this row of leaves on it, and you just see his confused gaze looking up at you, wondering what you're doing. Finally, you stab his chest and lean down, and you just hear this as you drive it further and further into his chest. He's dead.
Then he would turn towards Private Tyson and a most beautiful display of skill, Private.
And Isant is just going to slowly take the knife out of his hand and just wipe it on his what do you call it, his leggings, and hand it back to him.
Ah, yes,
So with a rather sort of, Jesus, what was that?
Sorry, in the midst of excitement, I sometimes forget how to show restraint. Praise be, praise be.
Praise be to the Emperor, and enthusiasm is always a good thing.
The puddle right underneath the warrior starts to redden, and soon the entire area around you. Wherever there's water, there's also a puddle of red. You have punctured his heart, and so all the blood in his body has started to create a large puddle. Of thick redness.
Well, we should go
Well,
forward
let's see
and
if the captain's
assist
still
our-
alive.
Indeed.
You walk up to the entrance. Morpheus is standing there, fully armored. There's a blood splatter on his armor, but it's slowly running off with the water from the rain. You look at the cave entrance. No one else seems to be around.
to this, I'm going to put the chainsword back on my back, and I'm going to take out the lasgun.
In between the time them walking up and me standing here, did anyone else try to come out, do anything? Did I hear any scuffling from inside?
Not at all. Nothing.
Okay, as
Complete silence.
I see the others approaching, I give them a quick double folded hand, like come here real quick, and I hunch down onto one knee, like I'm about to begin praying over them.
As you look up and at your surroundings, there are a couple of eagle-like statues above you, or more like gargoyle statues. Look like flying reptiles. They are carved out of stone, quite like low polygon, squarish. Two of them are adorned above the surface, the entrance to the tunnels. Inside, you see the flickering of a torch.
Okay, I think we should do this very casually. And Captain Morpheus stands up, activates his stummer, and looks to the others and says, "Alright, stay within 5 meters," and begins walking towards the sole door in the room.
Isanto sort of go, actually get his captain's attention and say, Oscar, could you perhaps, like the fact that your eyes kind of came out of your head, I'm assuming that you can perhaps scout ahead, have a wee look, see what we're walking into?
You would see as he flashes
or
his...
was it the hate?
Ostrar would say, my eyes, as you call them. I wouldn't say that, more like my natural surrounding the receivers, but very well. I can see everything that happens 40 meters around us. Hit signatures, sounds, these small black orbs that you see around us are not just my eyes, but as well as my cochlea. I can hear through them. I can taste through them.
Inspiration points.
So, yes.
Yeah, if something appears 40 meters around us, I would detect it. Or at least they'll have a very fucking hard stealth test.
No, that actually was in character. Okay. Is there any chance you can do that just now?
As that he flashes his eye protection and shows that he has 2 empty sockets for eyes, and points up, and you see those 2 black orbs. I've never stopped.
Rather foolishly, I close my mouth and just carry on. So, lead the way, Captain.
Yeah, Captain Morpheus reactivates his stummer and then begins walking towards the sole door in the room. Walking out in the open, silently, looking around the room. What am I seeing?
With a lasgun over his shoulder.
So you're the first to walk in.
Oh yeah.
Do the rest of you follow?
Yeah, we're staying within 5 meters of him.
That's so the slumber effect covers them as well, in case we gotta make stealth tests and all that.
Well, it's checking for traps and,
Yeah. I have unnatural
Stuff
sight
like that.
for 40 meters if something happens, more time. If you wanna give us a check.
Let me just do a test very quickly because I'm a little bit uncertain about this. Let's do a thing like this. You can still see everything on the screen.
Yeah, we see the jungle.
Yep. Nope. No temple.
Yeah. One second. Okay, now the bottom right is covered, right?
No.
Yep.
Can you still see the bottom right?
Yes.
Isn't there like a blackness, a zone of blackness?
No.
I see the zone of blackness.
You don't
There
see
Let me
is, yeah.
refresh.
You
Let me
don't see
refresh.
the zone?
It's
No,
a
it's
giant.
there.
It's the woods. It's alive.
It's coming alive.
They're in the woods.
Tavi, can you now
Still in
see?
the woods.
Can you now see what's inside the blackness, or is it still black?
No, I cannot see what's inside the void.
Okay. I think that's all the test I needed.
Oh, hey, yo, here's the blackness.
You see the blackness?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a grenade at it.
The blackness disappears. It blows up.
Okay. Excellent.
Yay!
See if
we
you
won.
can see this properly. So you should be able to go right, a little bit to the right, a little bit down. You should see your characters.
Right and down.
Oh my gosh, yes. Why does it look so terrible? Oh, it's so muddy.
Do you see any other? Do you see like any enemies around on the map? Do you see any other areas? You should only be able to see that area. You don't see anything else, right?
No.
No.
nothing.
Great. It's working. It's working.
No, I can only see that area.
Perfect. All right, guys. You may explore freely.
Okay, let's see the first dimensions of this. Okay, 2 meters per square.
As you enter, there's a smell of crushed stone and dried wood. Down the stairs, you see it just continues straight down. As you enter,
So take a work.
Captain Morpheus, I need you to do a willpower test for me. Isant.
Okay.
Isant. Okay, now everyone needs to do it.
Okay, motherfucker, everyone needs to do it now. Is it a psychic power?
No.
Okay.
There's a little fixture.
Man.
There's a totem built right next to you of human skulls and wood. There are several stones.
I fail. -2.
I feel harder. -4.
Mine didn't fucking roll. Oh,
Wait,
Oh, you can have one.
well,
I think I'm messing something up. What is devotional iconography? Does that help with willpower?
It helps you with pain.
Hmm.
I've re-rolled with strong-minded, then succeeded with 1 additional.
Does
Wait,
anyone-
is this what is jaded or resistant
Doesn't.
psychic powers?
doesn't affect this.
Okay.
So James, you're quickly going to close your eyes, get down on one knee, and you can hear him draw a deep breath. Or Morpheus rather. Morpheus, you're breathing heavily through the comm bead. Everyone can hear your deep breaths. You're basically living in hell. You're in hell.
Oh.
Austral seemed... is Austral affected with succeeding with 1 additional?
No.
Austral seeing that I presume both of his comrades are affected by this.
I failed with 4,
Oh my god.
so yeah. So
What's worse than hell?
I'm I'ma have to roll Cynesians to see what in the world fuckery fuck is this. I think I'm gonna roll now since...
Morton said he'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll now to see.
Grenades. Lots of fire.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Look, let's just be real. You know it's the skulls. You know it's the skulls.
It might be a distraction.
Blow it up.
Listen,
do
I
it.
just wanted a success with 8 additional to have 4 unnatural perception, okay, so fuck you.
Dude, I have succeeded on 2 rolls this entire game, and one of them cost a willpower.
Jesus. BRB.
Not willpower, but yeah, what do you call it? Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna just shut off for 2 seconds as well, because the dogs are barking. I'm back.
I'm back.
Welcome.
Welcome to the dungeon. I'm the dungeon master. I'm ready to unleash your deep, dark heresies.
I feel it's kind of unfair.
I just enjoy the fact that I have a pocket flamer. Just have a lighter and then use flame control on it.
Ooh,
I
ever.
can even use the fire on the back of Morpheus as a flamer, as a makeshift flamer.
What, just sort of walk up behind him when he's got it lit and just go spray?
No, I can, if he's in...
Or just use it to light the...
No, I literally can make the flame become a whip and attack the person if it's 3 meters around him. It actually does 1d10
So,
damage.
whenever the hordes come rushing at us, what do you think? I'm sorry.
I'm thinking that you guys are gonna use your
Say-
grenades.
No, because I'm in double hell.
Oh, fuck.
You're the only one that's out and about. This could be a really short mission.
No, we should remember when Martin said, "Oh, be very careful when proceeding through the dungeon."
Yeah, but he said, what do you call? Okay, I've got the strummer. What do you call? Stay within 5 meters. So, you know.
We should remind him that, hey, by the way, slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, if you're listening to Steve Dog.
Yeah, the pagan statues should have given us a hint at some warp fuckeries afoot.
I can't actually really see it, to be honest. Oh, if I zoom in, I can. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
The
do
thing,
you have
yeah, okay.
night vision or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
I have infrared goggles.
Oh, you have presence?
No, just infrared goggles.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, that's the other dude.
Do you have the ones that can resist flashbangs?
I don't know.
Good quality.
No. But I'm assuming if someone's going to throw a flashbang, they would shout it out.
Yeah, I somehow doubt that they have flashbangs, but they might have some powders that do the same effect.
Always something. It's almost like he's trying to kill you.
Almost, yeah. It's almost as if he gave us a warning that made us to make characters that have a very short lifespan.
Yeah, one that you're really not that particularly attached to. Although, how much would it suck if you actually really like the character, you really get into it, you know, everything else, and manage to make it through the last bit, and then it's killed. Just unceremoniously killed by a fucking, what do you call it, some sort of mushroom tree.
With the description of this world, I really don't expect. I expect him to survive, get stabbed by something along the way, and when he reaches the base, be like, "Ah, yes, you have 2 days to live."
Oh, let's see. You're fine, don't worry about it.
Whatever. Do any of us have scrutiny?
Let's see. Screw.
Other than me, hopefully.
Well, you're going to be very, very disappointed.
Did you, Doc, out of curiosity, did you only buy talents that assist you in combat? Fucking called it.
He said we're gonna die! I was like, no, we're not. We're gonna live, motherfuckers!
Yeah, we're gonna live, but how the fuck
And
are we gonna live?
then forgot to take a gun.
You literally went to
And then forgot
Vietnam
to take a gun.
without any awareness,
With a
scrutiny,
sword.
survival skills.
I got enough weapon skill, toughness, strength, and agility and fellowship to see me through anything.
Motherfucker, you're gonna
Apart
die of
from
thirst
water.
until you see fighting.
Look, man, all I know is my dodge just got a 3, my parry is maxed out. I got counter attack, swift attack, blade master, crush and blow, combat master, leap and dodge, step aside, swift attack. Ambidextrous, jaded, resistant psychic powers. I got strong minded. Does that help with rerolls?
Yeah, you can reroll willpower.
I don't know, but
Oh, I'm gonna reroll that. Is there a minus to it?
No.
Oh, I'm still fucked. With still 2 additional degrees of failure. Fuck you. Fuck this character. All my characters, regardless if the willpower is decent or not, is always shit.
Bruh, you still haven't fucking
it must be that
succeeded
dehydration.
because of dehydration.
My fellowship's so nice though.
I don't think you understand, but the name of the game is survival.
I know my perception's terrible. Jesus. My perception is worse than my intelligence. Only by 1 degree.
Honestly, we got lucky with the hallucinogenic effect. That
Hey man, as long as I'm walking around like a tank out here, as long as they don't pull out some Melta shit, and even if they do, I get ceramite plating, so that like gives me plus like a certain amount of armor to all my places.
I fully
How's that
expect
working with the whole dehydration?
Left him drinking his own piss.
I also have a grenade launcher. And that bitch is loaded with frag grenades. Do it.
Oh no, I was gonna say, and you can definitely tell that at some stage he's gonna get a dicky tummy in that suit.
I might end up dying in it.
Listen, fellas, this is why I'm preparing for stuff. I have shit strength and toughness, so that's why I decided to get a fucking grappling hook and line. So I don't need to roll stealth, and for toughness, I have a fucking survival suit, so I can literally drink my own sweat and piss while I'm also cool as fuck.
So Militarum Tempestus Carapace armor doesn't give me some type of systems inside?
No.
Okay, well, good thing I'm carrying around my Imperial Guard flak armor to transition into.
Yes.
It's about 4 kilograms lighter.
Lucky you.
You couldn't just go with one and just.
Well, my max carry weight's 97. I know, I should have carried around 14 kilos of water, bro. That's how much carrying weight I had left.
Well, you do have a backpack. You can just put stuff in your backpack.
I know, that's what I said, bro. That's what I do. That's why my fucking shit's so fucking high. I'm literally carrying, like, he was like, you can't bring everything with you. You won't have the carrying weight. Me building my character. Oh, just wait and see about that. I'm carrying Imperial Guard flak armor while I'm wearing Militarum Tempestus Carapace. Man, I got a sword, combat vest, last pistol, hot shot last pistol, a grenade launcher, a chain sword, a stummer. Fucking so many grenades. I'm like walking, like, when you look at my character, just, I hope you see me like jumbo loaded with shit. Just like monstrously murdering people with melee weapons for no reason. I hope that's what y'all see.
Bro, I literally have a flak.
But it's okay because he has a rifle, yeah.
Yeah. I got two. I got a regular last pistol and I got a hot shot last pistol. And I got ambidextrous, so that means
a rifle.
No,
I mean
rifle.
a rifle, so like something that can reach out over, like 5 meters.
Yeah. I got a grenade launcher.
Okay, yeah.
Motherfucker brought a grenade launcher.
Oh, I'm using that bitch, bro. I got some stun grenades, smoke grenades, frag grenades. I'm gonna fucking play Russian roulette with some motherfuckers. Which one y'all about to get? The stun, the flash, or the frag?
Fuck's sake.
That's the worst party setup ever.
It is most definitely the funnest.
Well, we have the combat dude, the psyker who has all the lower skills, and the standard issue dude that has actually good skills but can make his rolls.
Oh, yay. We got combat galore, lore galore, and then we got a regular horde.
The fucking guy that when you have to actually roll the dice, he just goes, you know, it's another feel.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, finally.
This is the most absurd it's ever been. Usually he needs food 1 time in 3 hours. He's had a poopy diaper, 2 diapers, and 4 times food in 1 hour. It's ridiculous. But just to say, it won't be like this every game.
It's all good, man.
And they're starting kindergarten soon, so.
If he's hungry, he's hungry.
Yeah. I mean, we can probably keep going longer, to be honest, because I mean, I can watch them like this forever.
Oh yeah, Askellon tossed a grenade at the skulls.
What?
Seriously?
Yeah, he grabbed a grenade off my vest and tossed it at the skulls.
Alright.
First, fine, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Captain's
Something
orders.
to work.
But first I rolled up Psynicians with 8 additional degrees. Do I realize what makes them all go fucky wacky?
It's likely that these people, wittingly or unwittingly, have conjured the effects of a dark god within the pantheon of chaos. That's what you assume, at least. And that it has affected them.
Do I see the origin of this effect? Is it the giant pile of skulls
Yes.
that also has menacing aura around it?
Yes. And it's also the piles of bodies over here. You assume they were involved in some kind of ritual.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna follow my lighter using manipulate flame. I'm gonna set the body ablaze, the altar ablaze, and the other bodies ablaze, even the ones here.
You try to burn them, but as we all know, you can't really burn bodies in a ditch like that. You would need a huge crematorium.
What the fuck? Okay, I think I have an item that can assist with this.
Yeah.
I'll give you a fucking crematorium. Fuck, I didn't buy any. Yeah.
You didn't buy a crematorium? What?
No, I didn't buy a can of. I wanted to buy just for shits and giggles a can of Prometheum. In this case, what would be, you know what? Do any of them have an incendiary device on them?
Yeah, you know what? I got 4 fire bombs.
Well, I'm gonna use those. One here and one here. Extra Prometheum, extra spicy.
So you use 3?
2.
You're gonna have to use 3.
Oh, on the piles here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 3 in that case.
Well, as I'm in double hell, I can't really give an opinion, but
This is just out of character, just for flavor of the game.
Yeah.
And
I would
technicalities.
say, do we not want to actually sort of investigate those bodies?
Fuck no, we're here to deliver
We
righteous
can't.
retribution.
Yeah. Murder.
What do you think you are, a fucking
Are
acolyte
they
of the
imperial?
Inquisition?
Or are they?
Yeah, that's where you're fucked up.
Oh, okay.
You
That's me,
fucking...
Nicholas.
We're all fucking military here. We're not paid to think. Fucking Etralite looking ass motherfucker.
I have ambitions, okay?
What, do you think you're gonna
You
meet
can't stomp
another...
on that dream.
You think you're gonna meet a Naturalite that comes from the Imperial Guard? Yeah, right.
Maybe. You don't know.
Fucking Dustin
But
somewhere
anyway, I'm in double
sneezes.
hell, so, you know. Yeah, I'm in double hell, so, you know,
Double hell.
carry on. You don't know. One day I could be an acolyte.
Okay, so what?
If Mortem is if the baby demands, the man provides.
I see.
So yeah, you know what? One day I could be. You don't know. You don't know what's out there. There's a massive universe where your dreams
I'm back
come
again.
true.
I'm back again. Let's go, go, go. What do you want?
Okay.
I'm taking the... So Ostral will rush to his captain's side. He will take the 3 fire bombs and later throw it at the pile of bodies, the altar, and the second pile of bodies, if they are connected to the effect.
Yeah. It starts burning, and cave fills with smoke.
It's fine. Oh, actually, I would like to see the current, where the smoke is
It's going out where it came.
So it means they have ventilation. Do they recover from the effect in the meantime?
I don't know. They do not. They keep just breathing heavily into the microphone.
A roll. Can I roll Forbidden or Warp to think of a remedy to this?
They probably just get away from the thing or destroy it.
Oh, it was on the altar. It was on the bodies.
Well, it is the altar.
Oh, it's the altar. The bitch on fire then.
Yeah, it takes a while to burn. Do you want to sit here and wait?
Fuck no, I'm gonna use Manipulate Flame to start the fire.
You're just gonna keep focusing until the whole thing is afire.
And if it takes too long, I'll just drag them away.
You start dragging them away. Where do you want to drag them? They're still under the effect.
He says, "Come on, flesh beings, how hard can it be?"
I can just picture him like dragging them across the ground. Weapons, grenades, bottles.
Keep in mind he's 1.5 meters tall, so...
Yeah, this takes a while, going back and forth, pulling one, pulling the other. I'm actually gonna say you're exhausted at this point. And
You know what? I'm gonna say fuck you. Wait a second, I have the exact response to your exhaustion bullshit.
What do? Let's hurry it up, guys.
Bam, invigorate.
Ooh.
No
nice.
fatigue. Neither for me nor my allies.
Nice. I'm gonna say it's enough for them to claw their way through. Where do you want to go?
Outside of the area of effect or passing it.
Pull your characters where you want to go.
So everyone gains control of them. I would like to inspect the piles of bodies to see any distinct markings from the Astra Militarum, if they're from the
Beneath all the
encampment.
bodies, down there, far, far down in the fire, you see a dog tag. As you lean down and pull up the dog tag, there are several. The man is wearing a vest. There are several straps, and you recognize militarum uniforms.
May the soul be purified by fire, as it has been your carcass in your blood.
As he turns back to his squad, he would bear the dog tags in his hands, raising them high, possibly to their eye level, so it'll be above his head. Saying,
This group is responsible for the death of our expeditionary force.
And what do you want to do then? What do you
well,
want to do? The effect has worn off, so you both wake up.
Isant. Okay, so as Isant is what he called sitting thrown up on the ground and literally turned himself inside out, he actually takes grenade off and basically just holds it up in the air to someone to throw it at this thing and blow it the hell up.
Yeah, Captain Morpheus just stands up, all shaky and jittery, pulls out a cigar, and lights it, and takes some deep drags.
The thing is completely ruined.
And sneezes.
Okay.
Captain Morpheus then proceeds back down towards the tunnel. Come on, men. Time to go kill him. Time to go kill the mutants.
You should proceed more carefully, Captain. We know not what sort of profane traps they might be having in stock for us.
I pull out my sword. Wait, no. I go back in. Is the dead body still in this? Where's the dead body with the spear at? Is that outside the cave? Just inside?
Right. Oh yeah, outside
Yeah.
the cave, yeah. Outside the cave.
I'm gonna walk back out. I'm gonna grab that spear, and I'm gonna come back in, and I'm gonna use that as a poking stick as I walk.
Got it.
And I'm gonna.
Fire
After a long
casts shadows on
draft.
the walls, and there's a flickering orange glow to the entire cave. It smells of stone. Carved stone.
The Emperor is my light. He shines in the dark. Demons stay away from my human heart. And you just hear Captain Morpheus repeating that small little mantra as he walks down this little tunnel.
Private, have you
Captain
recovered the
Morpheus,
remains of your
I
son?
want you to do an awareness test, -10.
Oh, this is not too good. Oh,
Do you
-1 degree.
do you have any skills out of, sheer curiosity?
I have acrobatics, athletics, navigate surface, operate surface.
Okay, so you don't
Not
wanna,
much.
You don't want to
not much.
Only
No.
he can roll.
Okay, you're gonna hear this. A barrage of small darts flows out from a wall next to you. And you see them just hit Morpheus in the side of the armor. He jolts into the side of the wall. And Captain Morpheus, you take 3 impact damage.
Nice.
Not reduced by armor or toughness.
That's 3 damage. Is it within 40 meters of us?
It is.
Okay. Can I roll awareness to see him?
Yeah, you see him.
Gentlemen, it seems we're attacked.
As he quickly dashes into cover, still maintaining his normal speech pattern.
as I get knocked into the wall, and I look and see this, I instinctively pull out my grenade launcher and I launch a fucking frag grenade at that.
At what?
This thing of skulls. This
Okay,
big thing
my
of skulls.
oldest son has come and joined me now.